Well, happy Tuesday to you.
I was one too fast.
You were one too fast. We're sharing a coffee today because once again, Christy drank way too much. There's none to share.
You just said we were sharing a coffee, so how is there none to share if we are currently sharing a coffee?
Well, you know what I mean. I can't have my own cup, and it's already kind of cold. Do you think that there might be a problem with our coffee? Oh, it might be cold out.
It's cold. My hands are freezing.
So Christy's hands are a heat sink for our coffee. So if you want cold coffee, just have her hold it for a moment. It's very cold.
Yeah.
Now, I say very cold, but we're kind of in Mexico. So it's
Morning, Sandra.
It's not terribly cold. So how are you today? What's going on in your world? In our world, a little busy. It's coaching day, but you've got to go because we had a time change.
Yes.
And that time change has ruined our world. So now
I think ruined our world.
It has ruined
is
our
a bit
world.
of an exaggeration.
No.
I'm thinking.
Well, no. Last week we were heading into coaching at noon, which is our time.
Yeah.
And found out in California they did change. We never changed. They changed. It's
Right.
always other people changing. We're still the same.
We're pretty static.
Pretty static. Now in Mexico, no more time changes
More, yay!
for the rest of our life.
Well, until they change it again, but whatever.
Yeah.
Jolene, buenos dias.
Hello, hello.
And Sandra, I already said good morning to Sandra, but buenos dias. I had my Spanish class this morning. Geez, I hate verbs. I hated them in English. I do them okay in English, though, but Spanish, not so okay. Not so okay.
What does that mean? Like, what problem are you having with verbs?
Conjugating.
And Christy
to
wouldn't allow
practice
me
more.
to conjugate until we were married. So I don't even know how this is happening or why it's happening.
Morning, Sherry.
Yesterday, the girls were playing in Christy's phone. They're like, who's this man? And I just said, Christy, when we go to the beach, takes pictures of other men. Don't know why. But she comes home and she just watches them.
No, I don't. I took a really nice picture of an empty beach except for one guy sitting under an umbrella.
You couldn't get rid of him.
I don't know how.
No, you ask them. Can you move, please? I'm taking a picture.
Right. Can you just get out of my way just for like a second?
If you are in Puerto Vallarta or I guess in any Mexico town and you want to take a picture of the town's thing, they usually have all the sign. So what I do is I stand far enough back so I get it all. And I'm like, hey, everybody, turn around so I can see your face.
Smile.
Instantly, they all run away.
Scatter.
It is
Lori,
fascinating.
good morning.
Fascinating. Good morning, Pat.
Yes. So we are starting to do that back wall with the exposed brick like the rest of our yard. That's what we have going on right now.
It's very true. Why would you do that? I don't want to make bangs.
Morning, Pat.
Christy does not care that the noise, everything that she does, she smacks by the microphone, she yells, she screams. Oh, listen to you, just a little tick, tick. And we got that hound dog next door making more noise than a monkey.
A friend of ours suggested to buy our neighbors a gift and give them a shock collar for the dog. I'm not sure that'll go over well.
So I've been reading about what happens if you were to, say, drug a dog with THC. Dogs, apparently, it is much more toxic than human beings. Now, they have 10 times the receptors, so it messes with them. Also, it recirculates in their body. So they take the THC and it just keeps going. So
needless to say, we're not going to do that.
No, but what would be like a 6-hour thing for a human can take 2 or 3 days for a dog. And they're just totally crazy. Like they're loopy. So yeah, you don't want to mess with dogs. And that is the rotten thing about weed becoming illegal, because at vets, it's skyrocketed the number of dogs. Because dogs eat anything. Cats are much pickier. So they don't really have problems with cats. But with dogs, oh my gosh.
Shirley posted a thing about cats and basically saying that if they don't like cats, don't trust them. And I'm like, I'm leaning the other way, where if they really like cats, Shirley.
Well, cats are one of those things where if you were to die and a cat was there, the cat would be looking at you and going, Oh, food.
Dinner. And
That's
breakfast.
the difference between a cat and a dog. A dog will be howling, very sad, pawing, laying beside. A cat's like, yum, yum, yum.
That's just so disgusting to
It
think
is.
about.
Cats are just evil.
Deep down.
They're like little tiny lions, is what they are. So we did this thing on Midjourney, which is an AI platform. And Shirley's like, she wants to see what happens if cats rule the world. And they're sitting in all these little thrones, and all these cats are everywhere. And she's like, I wish I could have that.
So, Jeff, it looks like I'm getting a lot of sun. No, it's just the crappy lights John's putting in here.
Well, no, this is not crappy lights. This is just the way it is.
But I'm not this red in real life.
Oh, you're red.
I am not. This makes me look redder.
In this light, you are so red.
Give me patience, please.
I probably can adjust it in camera. I just don't want to.
Anyways.
I like her looking red because it looks like she's got blood flowing through her instead of the heartless woman that most people believe she is.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you?
Hello, hello. So what is going on in our world? You've got showings, and you're showing two above $1 million condos today, which is nice. Any appointments after that? No? Okay, good.
Nope. I don't think so. Should probably check. Just
Yeah,
to make sure.
we probably should be looking at our schedule every morning.
I do.
Okay, do you look at it the night before we go to bed so we can plan for the day?
Generally I do, but do we plan or do I plan and you just do what I tell you?
I do what you tell me to do because I am a good husband. Well, that got awkward really fast.
Yeah. So, yes, I do have the showings today. There is a final walkthrough for one of our properties. We're closing tomorrow.
Which property is that?
Casa Langosta.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, that one will be good to have off the books. Now, we've got the sign for that too, right? Or did they take it down?
Shirley took it down. It is actually still out there, so I should probably go out there and get it.
It's not reusable, though, because we did a sign for that property.
It would make someone a small house, though. It's one of those hard ones, though, right?
What do you mean it would make someone a house? I don't understand.
That's such a big sign. It was such a big... Between the two Lonas that we did, plus the hard sign that we did.
Yeah. I like the hard signs. I think we need to do more of those.
They're just slower to print and more expensive.
I think if we had aluminum, like that would be really good. Because in the U.S., you can get nice big aluminum signs. They last forever. And we have these unlimited QR codes that can be recycled. So what happens, I love explaining.
Rest in peace, John.
I love explaining this. So with the QR code, we have this link shortening service that we use. It's called joturl.com. And I bought a seat there many years ago. So I don't have to pay again. And what happens is you create the QR and you have it go to whatever website you want. And if you have a new listing, you can just pop that same sign on and it would go to another listing. Like you just change the URL through the back end.
Right.
It's always the same QR code taking you to the same shortening service, mex.me/whatever we've made it as. So I love that. Same as the mex.me/live here that I have a QR code on the back of my shirt and it takes people to Bucerias. Now, if I'm going into Vallarta, I can change that to Vallarta for that day.
Awesome.
I think it is.
Shouldn't it just go to our website in general?
I don't know.
I think it should. Because not everybody that sees it here is from here and wants to live here in Bucerias.
Maybe it should go to an article about living in Mexico.
Or a vlog about living in Mexico.
A vlog? Why would we do that?
Because people like to hear and see.
I got to tell you, it is very nice waking up every single day in Mexico. It really, really is. I'm always warm. And even when I'm cold, I'm not really warm.
See?
You're very cold. That was very cold. She's cold. Most human beings, though, are very warm here. I always say...
Am I not a human being?
You're not a human. I always say that if I paid the taxes that I paid in Canada, but I was warm, I don't know if I'd ever live here. It's not true. But it is something to think about. Because I've hated winter my entire life.
That is not wrong. That is very true.
Yeah, even when we lived in one house in Edmonton, we had to put like floors in the house and make it very light. And Christie was wise enough to say to the kids, leave Dad alone. He's recharging in the sun. And I was like a lizard in the living room, kind of collecting the heat from the sun in the middle of winter.
Good morning, Deborah. I trust you enjoyed your birthday day, season, month, year, whatever it takes as we age. We like to either totally ignore it, which I don't like to ignore my birthday, or...
You'd make a lousy Jehovah's Witness. They don't celebrate birthdays.
Probably.
I don't think they do anyways. I don't remember if they do. Do JWs celebrate their birthdays? I don't think so.
I don't know. All I know is I am very glad that we're getting that wall done at the back. We still have not found an iron guy to make our doors. So even once we are finished with the wall, we still don't have doors.
We'll get those installed as soon as they're built.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
That was sarcasm. Because of course, you can't install them before they're built.
I wonder if you can build the doors in advance. Because you want to know how big the hole is going to be. I think it would be easier to fill the hole than it would be to build around it.
Well, then again, we're without protection until...
Yeah.
Because just propping up a chain link fence isn't quite the same as... Hi, Debbie. She's still celebrating, Deborah said. Yeah. And Wendy, good morning. How are you?
Hello. La Cruz is definitely picking up as far as the volume of business, like especially for us. I mean, we're in La Cruz a lot now because we're selling in there. And I own lacruzrealestate.com. Don't do anything with it. Like, that's just kind of dumb. I own Puerto Vallarta Real Estate. Don't do anything with it. Kind of dumb. Especially when you consider when I first got into real estate, Puerto Vallarta Realestate.com and CancunRealestate.com together were $100,000 US. That's how much the guy who owned those sites wanted for them. Now I own one, did not pay nearly close to that. I think I paid about $3,000 or $4,000 for it.
Yeah, you've bought some expensive domains that are just sitting on their butts.
They just sit on their butts. Oh well, they'll eventually work. I think I can do something. It's just that if I do it, it's going to take more work than I have time for at this second in time. So I guess if I paid somebody out of $5 an hour out of Philippines or whatever.
Just to slowly
trickle in and just start with
Why don't you just have them forwarding to our website for now?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Oh, well then there you go. You've got something going. You got something going on there.
Yeah. But it needs to be a non-permanent transfer. The internet's kind of strange because you've got these 301 redirects, 501s, 404, all these. I don't even
404 is a bad one. That I know.
404 just means that the website is gone and it wants to go somewhere else.
And it can't because it won't let it. Website's mean.
It is mean. The internet is a cruel, not the website, heartless wench.
That's right. So on that note, I've got to get going.
Why?
Told you it was going to be short and sweet today, and you didn't listen.
You're a cruel, heartless,
beautiful wife of
yours?
Beautiful
wife.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Now, real quick, you chatted with your mom yesterday. That was good. She made it back home. Let us know the next day, which I thought was good.
No, she let me know that night that she had landed.
All right.
Apparently, though, in Canada, there is a system where you have to go and you have to scan your passport. It has to take a picture. And if it doesn't match, security comes. That we experienced when we went into the States one time, but not back to our own home flippin' country. It is a communist country now.
Very much so. Get the hell out, guys. Just get out of Canada.
Okay, that's not where I was going with that. But anyway, she made it home safe. her car battery was dead. Obviously sat for a few months and wasn't started as often as it should have been, possibly.
Maybe.
By the people that were watching it for her.
I don't know. All right, guys. Have a fantastic Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow, more than likely. Do we have anything planned at this time?
We've always got things planned.